We express our deep gratitude to this Grand Master on his birthday, but then his consciousness, that empowerment, that inspiration lives on, that there are ever more seekers taking on his teachings, coming into this consciousness, and then transforming themselves significantly, becoming warriors of meditation.
He converted several lakhs of people into vegetarianism, and he had the courage to lead processions wherever they possible, protecting animals, vegetarianism. For him, meditation and vegetarianism are equally important.
After I learned meditation in a spiritual path, no fear, no insecureness, no lack, and abundance of knowledge he gave all of us to. And every area, when you get the sadness, when you get the fear, when you get the sometimes low, that time also, what is that the best there with you? Meditation. That is what he gave an experience in my life.
Intense meditation and spiritual book reading are the two major components we need to understand very well, and we have to allocate the time for sadhana to understand practically the things that we are reading in the books are all true, and they can be manifested and they can be implemented in day-to-day life.
First time when I met him in Bali, he was talking and then he said, every meditator should have these 5 things. He or she should know to cook, he or she should know to read, drive, use computers, and learn music.
He says one thing. When you close your eyes, you can see what you cannot see when you open your eyes. We all have experienced this. And Vakshetra, every time, whatever it comes from your mouth, it changes your life. Whatever you do, you enjoy.
I started to meditate. I started to have experience, and sometimes no experience. But everybody around me started to notice that I was not the same person. I was so joyous. I also recognized that I create all my reality, which is such a freedom.
With Patriji, the first statement he said is, I'm not your guru. Your breath is guru. Don't be my followers. I'm your friend. You create your own reality. You're a master in yourself. And spirituality has to be free of cost, available to everyone.
When I faced certain struggles in my life, he taught me what books will help me in that phase. He suggested wonderful books. By reading those books, actually, that knowledge helped me to come out of all that struggle. Like, I got the confidence, like every problem is a challenge to learn something, to stretch us something more.
I got confidence and a better relationship, better sleep, health, everything. Apart from that, because if you do consistently 40 days meditation session, these things default will get it.
Chandra sir's voice came into my life as a rescuer. Chandra sir's voice saved me from falling in darkness. I was reborn and found my spiritual father. My deeply gratitude to Chandra sir and Buddha Seva Quantum Foundation.
Being present, being in the present moment. Patriji showed us being mindful in whatever we are doing, being aware in whatever we are doing, totally being there. That is true presence.
At that time, I don't have any clear plan, but the intention to meditate stayed strong with me and I kept thinking about it. And I would imagine myself sitting peacefully, eyes closed, experiencing calmness and inner silence. That thought slowly began to grow stronger and it started guiding my actions.
Welcome back, friends. We create our reality. Patriji's biggest message that we are creators of our own reality. So our thoughts is a vehicle through which we visualize, we create what we truly want. In the first week, we learned that 90% of how we live is through our subconscious programming, the beliefs that we have carried. And the beliefs are formed based on the conditioning, our experiences, the assumptions that we have made, many things, right? So if thoughts create reality, that means we are responsible for everything that we create. And in the context of the relationship, we've been understanding the various aspects of relationship. We understood the emotional intelligence and how meditation improves our emotional intelligence. But in terms of the relationship, one of the very, very, very simple but yet powerful book that I read, and encourage everyone to read this, is called The Four Agreements, written by a Toltec master. Toltec are like our yogis in the Central American tradition. And Don Miguel Ruiz, who is a Toltec master, very, very simple language and yet very, very powerful, spoke about how we create our beliefs. Everything is based on our belief. And we say, that person, so, is criticizing me, saying I'm not good enough. It doesn't become true just because somebody says it. The beliefs are formed when we agree to somebody's assertions, somebody's comments, somebody's comments. So everything is based on what we agree. So nobody is responsible for our situation. Nobody is responsible for how our beliefs have been formed. It's purely based on what we have agreed to. If somebody says you are stupid, it's because you have agreed that that other person is, when they say you are stupid, you have agreed that to that statement. So everything is about the agreement that we have. And because when we don't have awareness, we get fed and we unconsciously we agree to many, many, many things. So he talks about, and it's a beautiful concept, very simple, but it's very easy to implement. All we have to do is we stop agreeing. This is, you can agree to only 4 things. As long as you agree to 4, then your relationship, becomes really great. So there's 4 agreements, and of course, there's all masters, Patriji including, has spoken about this. The first agreement is being impeccable with your words. We agree that we become impeccable with our words. Words are the index of our mind. And words are also very, very, very powerful. It's magical. And especially those of us who had some responsibility of some form of authority figure, somebody listens to us. So when we say something, it becomes very, very powerful. To a child, the mother or father says, why are you acting, always like this? You're acting very stupid, or you're not learning. You're dumb. Now, we say this very casually, but the child, because you are an authority figure for the child, it goes very deep. They accept it. So words are very, very, very powerful. As a manager, as a boss, or some leader in your community, people look up and listen. So and of course, it's not just as a leader, anybody, somebody who is close to you, or somebody who listens to you. When you say something, it's like a magic. And that's what Toltec master says. It can be a black magic, or it can be truly magical. So you want to be very, very, very impeccable with your words. And of course, we've spoken earlier on this. When we speak, we use these filters. Carefully filter everything that we say. 3 filters that we talk about. Is it positive? Is it useful? Or is it truthful? Unless it's positive, even if there are so many news, what is the point in saying the economy is going bad? When we have a conversation with somebody, how many of us are, just talking, the economy is really bad. So much of this one going on. How does it matter? What are we trying to convey? Is it useful? Is it positive? Just because you heard somebody, is it really truthful? Have we actually investigated? Do we truly find? And even if it's truthful, unless it is useful, why say it? So these triple filters, we look at it and say, when I speak something, is it positive? You want to give a feedback to somebody, unless it is useful and truthful. You want to give feedback, give with examples rather than just telling something. Instead of telling something hearsay, give some examples. And we can give in a way that is, in the most positive way. Encourage them, this is what we can do differently. Rather than saying, you are this. You've been, doing things in a very wrong way. Instead, you can say, why don't we do this way? This is probably a better way of doing things. Because that is going to create a different energy, different way you're conveying. It makes a lot of difference. So the first agreement is that we speak with impeccable. Our words are impeccable. Of course, with meditation, our awareness comes as to what we are speaking, and we can step back and speak only when it's required. The second agreement is do not make any do not take things personally. That I agree that I won't take things personally. Shakespeare said, we are all actors in this drama. So what does it mean? That each of us are playing different roles. The same situation, let's say, take an example of a movie. Your family, your spouse, your children, your parents, they're all watching this movie. If you ask each of them a specific event in that movie, each one will describe in their own unique way, subtly differently. What does that mean? Why? Because each of us color that event based on our own experience, our own judgments, our own past assumptions we have made. Now, how many of us have fought with our spouse? I know you did this, but you won't have even won't even remember that you've experienced in that way. Now, each of us are experiencing world in a different way. So when that is the case, why do we have to take something personally when anything others do or say? If somebody says you are no good, that is their point of view, their perception of what you are and who you are, but that doesn't necessarily mean you are that. So we don't have to take anything personally. We become equanimous to what others say. But again, you move into a stage where say, okay, let me look at what they are saying. You don't have to necessarily agree to everything, but you can choose. You can say, hey, that person is telling that, okay, my work is not good. Let me see what I can improve. I don't have to take anything personally. I don't have to agree to what his tone is or what, that I am that person. I don't have to agree, but let me see. I can improve if I really look at what, that person is saying about my work. So the second agreement, do not take anything personally. I mean, this is a very, very, very powerful agreement. We agree that I won't take anything personally. Makes a huge difference. The third agreement, I will not make any assumption. I choose not to make any assumptions about whatever. Just because somebody doesn't call you for some some get together or some event, we start making assumptions. So maybe that person doesn't like me, or I don't know what happened since last conversations. No longer talk. They talk to me. So many assumptions we start making. That person may not even be thinking on those lines, or may not even have that in their mind. Maybe for some reason they missed out. But we start making assumptions. Especially the boss doesn't give you a project, then you start wondering, oh, maybe they are biased towards me. Last time I spoke with him, and maybe he's, based on that, he's not going to give me the project anymore. We make so much assumptions, and many of our actions are then derived from those assumptions. We make it a point to say, instead of making an assumption, go and talk to that person, get it clarified. Or if it's not possible, just let it go. We don't know what the situation is. Let it pass. We know what we are attracting is based on what we are thinking and feeling. So it's okay. Everything is fine. Start accepting. There's no assumptions. Assumptions are a big uh, creator of limiting beliefs. Now, we understood in the concept of limiting beliefs how assumptions and assertions and expectations create a lot of limiting beliefs. Now we assume, okay, the project is tough, or this work is tough, or the person said something, so called and said something, and suddenly before you could continue, that conversation stops. But then we start assuming many things about that conversation. Why did they say that? Why did that person say that about me or somebody else? So assumptions are a big hurdle towards our expansive growth, because then it makes a huge difference in our relationship. So we agree, third agreement, that we don't make any assumptions. Where it's required, you rather get it clarified, express with impeccable words, and get that clarity rather than just making some assumptions. And the fourth one, and this is again something that a lot of people here, we want to be perfectionists. We beat ourselves if something doesn't work, or something is what we have set ourselves as a standard. If some expectations are based on somebody else's expectations, if something doesn't work, not done based on that, then we beat ourselves, feel a lot of guilt, a lot of shame. So the fourth agreement we make is we do the best at any point in time. We agree that we do the best at any point in time. So based on the scenario, we don't give up. We don't make any this one just because something is is there's some expectation of how it should be. Somebody was supposed to come and give you something before you go up into the to that event. Didn't happen yet. We don't say, oh, this should have happened, it's not happening. But then we put all our effort at that momentum, and whatever that is the best that we can do, we will continue to do it. In the exam, you want to study the entire book, but for whatever reason, you couldn't study. But then you don't give up and say, I have very limited time, I won't do it. Instead, you use every moment you have to study the best that you can. And this I've seen with Patriji and Chandra sir, about how when, especially in publishing, book publishing or whatever, we do the best at that point in time. Don't give up. I mean, it has to go to printing next day. Still work. We don't give up. We do everything that we can to complete it. But then, if something doesn't happen according to our expectations, we don't beat ourselves up. As long as we know that we are doing the best at that point in time, we agree that we will do the best. And that can be at different time, based on the situations, based on the environment at that time. So these 4 agreements, as long as we continue to learn and practice, friends, it's a great way to where we can build great relationship. We no longer have we no longer become sad or about any other relationship. We know that even the other person is doing the best that they can at that point in time. So we don't judge somebody. So let's go into meditation, friends. Breath mindfulness meditation with an intention, with a strong intention that I'm going deeper within myself. I'm having the best meditation today. And with that intention, we go into meditation with observing our simple natural breath. And as we observe our breath, our mind is becoming empty and we experience that. We go deep into that emptiness. Stay with it, witness whatever experience that comes, that emptiness. It could be just darkness, it could be just, whatever that comes. Without any expectation of what this experience is, we just become a witness to it. Thoughts come again. We don't judge those thoughts. We don't fight with those thoughts. All we are doing is bring back your attention to the breath, right, friends? And we do a heart elevation process by bringing up elevated emotions of love, gratitude, compassion, and experiencing that oneness with everything and everybody. So relax, friends.
Dear friends, dear masters, with a great intention to connect with ourselves, I'd like you to keep your hands on your chest area and with your eyes closed, specs removed, rest your attention on your beautiful heart. And with a relaxing breath, connect with your heart center. With that slow, relaxing breath, connect with the center of all emotions, which is nurturing all life. With its higher vibrations, your heart center, the seat of all emotions. Feel it. Connect with your heart center. Feel the beat, the rhythm of this loving heart, which is constantly helping you experience life greatly with its emotions of love, compassion, kindness, gratitude, joy. Can you move yourself into a higher emotion by simply imagining or bringing up an experience from your past of love, of joy, of gratitude, of compassion? Relive that moment and feel that energy and allow yourself to direct that energy onto everything and everyone on this planet to help them heal, to help them elevate their understanding of life. Relive that moment and feel that energy and allow yourself to spread that energy to everything and everyone by making an intention. Where you place your attention, there you place your energy. Feel. We are all deeply interconnected. Deep inside, we are specks of energy, intricately connected with each other. Love, compassion, kindness, joy are all the ways to experience that connection, to move into coherence between body, mind, and this energy, the field. Feel. And slowly, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. With your fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap. Resting your attention at the root of your nose or anywhere on the nose. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath at that point. We are going into powerful group meditation. Observe your natural in-breath and the out-breath. No sounds in the mouth, no forms of any kind in the mind. Meditation is not imagination, is not visualization. Meditation is to empty the mind, observe the breath, and allow yourself to slowly notice the mind becoming less and less of thought. Calming, relaxing. As your mind is becoming empty, allow yourself to go into that emptiness, calmness inside of you, all around you. That's energy. When the mind becomes empty, all that energy is channelized into the present moment. Allow yourself to merge into your breath. And allow yourself to experience that greater calmness, emptiness. All emptiness is energy. This is the limitless field of energy, the quantum field of existence. The longer you stay connected to this field of emptiness, the more you resting your mind, the more you dissolve your past. The longer you are in this emptiness energy, that blackness, the more aware you become, the more mindful you become, and be in the present. we are less matter, more emptiness and energy. The longer you stay merged into this field of emptiness, the more insightful you become, the more miraculous experiences you draw into your life, the more meaningful experiences you influence in your physical reality. Stay aware of that emptiness, the darkness, the field of no body, of no thing, the field of light. This is your greater mind. The more you are in this field of emptiness, the more inspired you become, the more intuitive you become. Friends, it's truly an honor and privilege to be exploring higher aspects of life at this time of history. Many are not so blessed. Can you express gratitude to all things and everyone? Express your gratitude to your parents for giving this beautiful connection to life. Be grateful to your teachers and mentors for expanding your knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge leads to many newer experiences. Give thanks to everyone in your life, your family, friends, colleagues, relatives, partners, for helping you learn many things, for helping you experience many things in life. Be deeply grateful to this beautiful nature, the mineral kingdom, the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom, the angelic kingdom, for filling our lives with inspiration, beauty, energy, and more. Give thanks to everything you use, the technology, all the companies, government systems that support and make our life so comfortable. Gratitude to yourself for caring for you, for caring for others, and gratitude to this intelligent universe for helping us experience this life. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed.
Recollect your experiences from the session. How did you feel? What did you see? What have you experienced? And whenever you're ready, with your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, you may open your eyes. Dear friends, dear masters,
Okay, friends. Hope you had good meditation. Anybody like to share how your meditation was? Or this concept of 4 agreements? Sagar, we can allow people to chat with everyone. How many of you started seeing some change in your relationship, in your interactions with your family, your colleagues? Okay. Would you like to share? Would you like to share, sir?
Hi, sir. I'm Ganesh. I'm from Tirupati. I completed my graduation recently. So my experience was really wonderful, sir. I have been with Buddha CEO since August 2025. I was joined as a youth program in August 5th. I accidentally came to this platform because once I wasn't scrolling Instagram and suddenly saw the ad. I just go to the website and check is it real or like paid. I just joined. First day I got experience on while doing that. I went to the deep sleep first day. After a couple of days, I get into the calmness. Whenever I get into the calmness, I'm in a different position, different frequency. A little kind of joy inside me to talk. The way of think and way of talk is entirely different before meditation and after meditation. And my relationship, like I behave normally with my mom, dad. I reduce my anger and stress level, not thinking about job, getting the job now. I'm possibly on focus on calmness. I'm not manifest anything in physically, but I manifest inside the world. I reduce my anger and calmness. It was wonderful experience. Right now, I was joined as a volunteer. Right now, I'm doing voluntary in Buddha Seva as a youth program. Why? That is, I give service, I give gratitude to whatever they give in. But it's a free. But I really shocked almost everything is for free. Knowledge, wisdom, everything. Meanwhile, before I didn't join, I didn't know anything about that. I feel almost it's not a free, you have to pay anything. But here everything is free. That's really wonderful, sir. The classes, the wisdom, especially scientific knowledge, whatever they're providing, and the breakout rooms, everything is wonderful. The journey is wonderful. I can't express in words because meditation itself is an experience. That's it.
Beautiful.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the opportunities for talking in front of all of them in front of you. And your teaching is really good, sir. You have become calmer. I really like your teaching.
We give what we receive. We receive what we give. When we freely share wisdom, we gain a lot of wisdom.
Yes. And whatever, and let me complete this. Sorry for coming in the middle of the comment. And whatever you said it on the wisdom notes, whatever it's almost it's really true and already experienced. In the past, right now, whatever it's 100% true. Yes.
Can you give some examples of how you've seen, experienced?
Like emotional intelligence. Like while talking to someone, I take automatic pause, but I didn't pause anything. It takes the mind, subconscious mind. It takes automatic pause. Keep listening, and keep maintaining peace and calm while talking to others. And when someone almost like say something, I didn't react, but almost take pause and response. Response wise, almost I'm entering into smooth way, not in regular before meditation, like giving reaction without thinking. Right now, I'm thinking, okay, I should have to give in right way, and whatever say it to, it's not me. It defines them. Whatever, yes, that's it. The emotional side, especially emotional intelligence, it improves.
Wonderful. That is amazing what you said. No, it's happening naturally.
Yes,
Taking that pause. It's a huge difference to experience. Thank you for sharing.
and also like one topic is really like in the vibe or anything. Limited belief. That limited belief, like I'm stopping my growth. Before meditation, I think the God or divine power, someone is like pushing me or pulling me, like stop you there. But my thoughts, my feelings create the reality. The limited belief. I have unlimited power to do whatever I want. Just take action. That's it. One action get me here and almost experience everything. And see a lot of them meditating, lot of great people are there. One action, just don't overthink, just do it. Taking one action, joining the course. Course, not course. Buddha's Hero, joining in Buddha's Hero.
Yes, we become spontaneous.
Yes.
Wonderful understanding.
Thank you. Thank you.
It is not mine, somebody, it's their journey, whatever it is. Coming to that understanding is an enlightenment.
Yes.
Wonderful, Ganesh. Amazing. Listen, we want and thank you for being a volunteer. The more we give, the more we receive.
Yes.
In this journey, as we understand that we are energy, everything there's nothing like hoarding. The information, if you see, radio waves are everywhere. It's not just in the tower. Whoever chooses to tune in will get that information. So the field is like that. There is abundance everywhere. What we choose to tune in, we receive.
Yeah.
We do the same because we just become part of that field where we receive, we give. Many times we hold on, we just, you know, we there's a lot more impact on us rather than somebody else. So thank you for sharing. Thank you for being part of voluntary activity. Okay. Can we have Padma Parekh madam share? Anybody else like to share or ask any question? We are into the 5th week, yes. Aditya.
Hey, Rakeshji, thank you. So, since
Can
last,
you just mind turning on your video? Maybe you need to come up.
it's little late actually in.
Okay,
So,
go ahead.
yeah.
That's fine.
Otherwise, I could have, yeah, of course, love to come on video. But so, I was saying that since last couple of days, I'm actually not finding my that state which I used to have initial days in the initial days. So, d- do I need to do something extra in order to make sure that I'm aware? Because when I started the meditation, that time my state of mind and everything was in order. But since last couple of days, it's actually little bit deviated. So, what additional I should be taking care of to make sure that I actually come up with that same state of mind and awareness?
So one thing we need to understand that this is not a linear process.
Yeah.
Meditation is not a linear process. What you're experiencing is quite normal. It's always different. What experiences, they're neither good or bad. Whatever that is right for us is happening. And sometimes the meditation, that day's meditation is also reflected by what our external condition was or what we were going through.
Mm-hmm.
So it's perfectly normal. We don't judge on the day-to-day basis.
Okay. So we don't judge the experiences basically. Yeah.
They're just experiences. So we stick to, so our only commitment is irrespective of how my our any meditation is, we stick to the process. We continue the practice. For some, again, this is like initial days had a great time, but then somewhere in the middle, there's a lot of agitation. So much of this one. We were discussing this yesterday. It's something called your physical mind and your higher self, the mind, one mind.
Yeah.
So the physical mind is used to in a certain way. Now, with meditation, you are looking to take control of your mind because you're becoming a master of your mind. So there will always be some conflict.
Yes.
So that's okay. So all we do is we just stick with it, continue to remind that you are the master of your mind. Mind is not your master.
Thank you. I think that would help. Yeah. And just one question. During the day, whenever I get some free 5 minutes, 10 minutes break, should I focus on my breath, like breathing pattern, like I do it during the meditation? Is it fine?
Yeah, absolutely fine. You can actually sit into meditation, even 10 minutes is fine.
Okay.
It will help. Essentially, what we are doing when we are observing the breath, we are going into that, even for that brief period of emptiness, you are recharging yourself. So,
Sure. Thank you. I mean, that really helps because, yeah.
wonderful. Thank you.
And just a question from apart from this. So I'm in Bangalore. Is there a chance I can meet some of the masters in the Bangalore center?
Sure. Please do come over our HSR layout
Okay.
office. So please call and come.
Sure.
We're happy to.
Any specific date, time, or anyone? Maybe if I get some contacts.
Yeah. You can get Master Koti's number. You can reach out to your facilitator. They'll provide you
Sure.
number. You can call him. come over.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Yes, Mudale.
Hey, namaste everyone. Thank you for the session. It was wonderful. I would like to share my reflection on the topic which was 2 days back. You told that the relationship is our state of being. I really connected to that point. And when I reflected on the yesterday's conversations which I had with my friends, family, that makes sense. Like, even though before I used to think why they were talking, like, I used to assume maybe. So, but then after listening to that class, I literally changed. I think I was so calmer when talking to them. Yeah. Thanks.
Wonderful. Implementing is the best way to retain the knowledge. When we implement, moment we hear, there's so much deeper understanding that comes. Thank you. Thank you for sharing it. In fact, for me, relationship has been a great way, the interactions is a great way to learn about myself and transform myself. Thank you for reiterating that. Okay. Don't have any other questions. Buthilaji, you want to share? You can, or Mangalaji, to share.
Yes, sir. Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
Yeah. A few changes I've been observing. My acupuncture therapist told my pulse is really calm nowadays. From the time I have started, gradually the pulse is more calmer. That was one change. And the second change, what I noticed is I'm speaking slower. Otherwise, I teach mathematics and I used to teach very fast and exhaust myself. Very unconsciously, my speed has reduced. That is making me, giving me more awareness to what I'm speaking and how I'm impacting the students. Um, that is creating more impact, I felt. Children are understanding better when I go slow and when I'm so grounded and mm, self-aware to say. That is that gives me more satisfaction. Then coming to relationships, I feel like I'm more accepting and not rigid in the and in imposing what I really want. So keeping my self interest also, but I'm more polite and putting it across in a very humble way. I think, yeah, a lot more I felt, sir.
Wonderful. That is definitely a big transformation.
Yeah.
Being self-aware, that will naturally lead to a lot of changes externally.
Yes, sir. Yeah, though some of the days thoughts are more, but few days, some days are really calmer. Slowly, thoughts are getting minimum, but some days are like that. So now, as you said, now I'm learning to take it slowly and see how it goes. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Great to listen to such experiences. Okay. Thank you. So, friends, we'll meet back again tomorrow. We'll also have some guests sharing. Thank you.
What do I want? What do I desire? What will bring me to my highest good? What do I want? What do I desire? What will bring me to my highest good? Prosperity, prosperity. I claim it, I claim it. Abundance, abundance is mine, is mine.